Hello, my name is Spooky Kid and today I'm gonna show you how I get ready. So to start I'm gonna cover my face with primer and then I'm gonna go all over it with my TV White foundation. I try to protect my skin as much as I can with primer, but still it's not really enough. I grew up in France, in a very small town in the country, close to the border with Switzerland. When I was a really young kid, I would keep my distance with the other kids, because I was not really that much interested to play with them. So I would stay by myself and draw a lot, drawing monsters and witches. It was kind of scary for the other kids, but I kind of loved that. I would just paint distorted bodies, altered humans, and then do it on myself. I think when I was a teenager, I was really influenced by goth sculpture. I used to have black hair, do black lips, very white face. I remember once I was at school and a teenager told me, "Oh, you look like Marilyn Manson," and I was like, "Who's that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's just a weirdo killing chicken on stage." And I was like, "Oh, I need to check." I loved it. Yeah, I was just fascinated by the makeup and how he would perform on stage, the visual of his music videos and everything. I would just be fascinated because I've never seen something like this before. So I was like, oh my god, that's fabulous. And before to be called Marilyn Manson, the name of his band was Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids. So I was just like, okay, I'm a spooky kid. And I've just decided to take this name. Well, I was just feeling good with myself. When I would dress like this, I wouldn't really care about people telling me if it's good or not. When you are isolated and you're bored with what there is around you, you're just gonna create your own world to escape, I guess. I recently moved in this room and I've just painted on the walls to make it look more like my space, my own world. So now I'm just gonna go around my eyes with eyeshadow. I love to use red eyeshadow because I look like I'm very tired and I've got red eyes. Well, growing up as a queer kid in a small town, I was dreaming to move to a big city. So I just decided to move to London because I felt I could be free to just do whatever I want to do. London has a great story with the punks, the bleed kids, everything, the new romantics. I always felt really attracted by this city, I guess. Well, now I'm going to add blush on my cheeks. I'm gonna go with pink and orange and kind of mix it. I moved here in London just with a bag and I had to learn English and find a job and, well, I just started to really go out a lot, meet a lot of people. To be honest, there is a lot of different parties. There is more goth parties, techno parties, because obviously at the beginning I didn't talk English properly, so I would just dance a lot, and then I started to make friends more recently, to be honest. I'm just going to add a bit of highlighter on my cheeks. One of the first look I created for Halloween, I was walking in Camden and I've seen this girl who was wearing one of these huge inflatable suits. And I was like, oh, this is amazing, I need to wear this, but I need to put fabric on top so it looks more like a garment or costume. So I just decided to buy one on eBay, and a few days after I was doing fabric shopping and I found this silver fabric and I thought it was really beautiful, so I just decided to use it. So that's how I created my look, where I'm just stuffing a top with huge sleeves with balloons and my chest as well. I love to do my lips in this shape because I think it looks a bit futuristic and it makes my lips looking very different. I don't think that what I do is really fashion, but I'm definitely inspired by some fashion designer. I usually watch runways of designers
Rei Kawakubo, who creates these garments with huge shapes and play a lot with the human proportions. I'm also really inspired by Leigh Bowery. I think he really pushed this art of dressing up to a point where he will just go out and he will feel physically uncomfortable in the costume he was wearing.
And because like wearing what I do is like a performance itself, I think I'm gonna like start to work more on performance in the future. Living in London, when I like go out in a party, it's like going to an exhibition because everyone is dressing like extreme and they are like the sculptors and the art pieces. Well, now I'm going to draw spots all over my face. For this I'm going to use eyeshadow and eyeliner. Like I've seen Michael Alec doing spots in the 90s on his face and I really loved the way it looked, so I've just decided to do it but in a different way, looking more like a skin disease or like chickenpox. So now I'm just using white liner and a very small brush to kind of draw the spots on top of. Now I'm going to just like do my hair. I'm just going to get my hair wet and I'm gonna use wax to make it straight. Well, I used to do horns with my hair. I used to backcomb my hair, something like this. Horns like a demon, kind of like this. That's what I used to do at the beginning. Then I just got bored. I just feel like in life, with whatever you do, you're always happy when you make something new. When you do something that is new to you, but then if you keep on doing it, you're just gonna get bored, so you need to do something else. I started to create what I create by like going out and turning look to go to a club, and of course like when you start to do it, it's very fun and exciting, but I don't want to keep on doing that forever, and because I want to bring into like a new practice, not just like turning a look to go out, but more like create performances. I think my next idea is really like to work on the interaction between different bodies. Take few people in a room and give them like a new body and a new experience of themselves and just like see how they interact between each other, like newborn babies kind of. Well, so I'm pretty happy with this makeup, so now I'm going to put on my lenses. So basically this is like a small lens that I'm wearing on top of a bigger one, so it just like creates a new lens, kind of. I usually move the lens a bit of my eye to make my eye used to it. Usually people react in a good way. They don't really understand what is it. They're like, oh my god, what is it? This is amazing. It's like once I remember like I was just sitting in a bus. I had like this really big outfit stuff with balloons and a woman was very surprised and she asked me, is it the way you dress every day? And I was like, yeah, that's a casual outfit. And she trusts me, so that was kind of funny. Well, so everything is done, the hair is done, the spots are done, so now the last part is just to put on the lashes. I don't think that I want to do body modification because I think that I prefer to keep my body as it's a fresh canvas that I can use whenever I want. When I was a teenager, I used to feel a bit bad about my body, to see my body changing and becoming the body of a man. Like at the time I was kind of scared about it. So that's why I started to do paintings and paint distorted bodies. It's more like I'm creating a character where I can project what I have inside myself. You just like project your fears and you just create a caricature, or you make it extreme, just really like express what you have inside yourself and you can't deal with. It always helps you to make you feel better about it, I guess. Well, I'm happy with my makeup, so now I'm gonna look for something to wear. Well, I'm gonna take a couple of my friends for walks because like I feel like they need some fresh air after the lockdown. If you are very young, queer, living in a country like far from a big city and you want to express yourself, well, so just go for it and don't be scared of what people are going to think about you, because the most important thing is what you think about yourself.